Good morning. So currently it is about 1 a.m. I am actually taking care of some things upstairs. I have a couple things to do because I have a flight that I am leaving for in about 4 hours or so. And I'm being pretty quiet because obviously everybody in here is asleep. I'm in my car and I have a little more freedom to talk. It is about 4:30 right now, so a couple hours have passed. I've gotten all my packing done. I've showered. I have completely finished the outfit that I was making in my cram minutes, is what it felt like, even though it was a few hours. I am finally about to head out. I do have to make my fourth and final Walmart run in the last 24 hours. I also have to get gas on my way out, and I'm also going to have to pick up whatever caffeinated beverage I want there, because that's going to happen in the next 15 minutes because it takes about an hour to get to Milwaukee from my house. So I won't be able to stop at any coffee places on the way because they might be a little too far out of reach from the highway, and most of them don't open until 5 a.m. and I don't have time to stop like that, so I'm just gonna try and get some soda and hope that does me over until I get to the airport and I can go to their Starbucks. And I also changed. It is very, very humid out here, and if you haven't been able to tell, I am in Florida. More specifically, I'm at Disney World, and even more specifically, I'm at the Port Orleans Riverside. I hate how much I want this Baymax mug. Alright, so I know I kind of abandoned you for a couple hours, but they took forever to get my room ready. To be fair, I did show up like 3 hours before check-in because that's just when my flight landed, but my room was not ready until 4, and I'm technically supposed to be at the Not So Scary Halloween party at 4 o'clock. So I'm in a bit of a rush right now, but oh my gosh, this room. I knew what I was getting into when I booked this thing because I had a choice of a couple different options, and obviously, knowing me, this is the one I would have gone for. But holy crap. This is my princess-themed room. So, I'm going to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and I decided I was going to be Attack of the Clones, Janos, Padme, which is actually the thing that I was working on until I had to leave for my flight. So some of these items are still very fragile, and I'm very worried they're going to break off. I don't even know if I'm going to wear the armbands in the park, but I'm also really happy with how the hair turned out. I really like the wait times. There's only 10 minutes for Pirates. So I'm alone in the back of the boat, and there's 4 people in the front of the boat. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Even brave or cool enough to face up.
Oh my gosh, the crab is moving. And so is the bird.
Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow, or thy thunder will burn the city to the ground.
This is where the new pirate is supposed to be, but it's not the party technically, so he's not here. So I think it's time I rode the one thing I've never done before. I've never been on the People Mover. I've heard all about it though. And I know they need it at Disneyland.
Find the greatest kids from around the galaxy. That's right. It's not this world.
So this is Space Mountain, but they turn the lights off. You can kind of see it over there is where it would normally be. But it's just dark with music and a lot of screaming. It's really freaky. Happy Halloween. So spooky. Okay, well now I have to go on Space Mountain.
Attention Space Mountain passengers.
It's the stepbrothers meeting the stepsisters.
I expected this to happen.
Our library is well stocked with priceless first editions. Only ghost stories, of course. And marble busts of the greatest ghost writers the literary world has ever known.
Nothing spookier.
Let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
Never noticed the guy under the table. I have always hated going backwards on this ride because I don't know what's coming. And I also feel like I'm falling. I didn't see any ghosts. Am I cool yet? The park closes in like a half hour. So, got my last candy refill. And we're gonna go on Small World. Oh boy, we gotta hustle. There's no line. See, what I find really interesting about this Small World is one, it's indoors because, you know, it rains here. So it's weird to see this and to go behind it when you're not on a train. That's also really weird. Wow, it's just like Paris. I get the front seat all to myself. Woohoo! I also like that the restaurant is up there. I think that's cool. The windows are really, really dirty though. Say key. K-E-Y. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why does it want me to say that? It's Katie. The panda in this Small World doesn't fly a kite, and that makes me sad. As much as I love Small World, it cannot be my last ride for the night. Come to think of it, I haven't ridden Pooh. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have met the characters. I'm gonna cry. Bees!
The East Wind treated Mrs. Winston.
This ride is very moving. Oh, is this gonna have mirrors too? Oh no. I can't stand the mirror stuff. They have this in Disneyland. It freaks me out. That's so cute! Oh my gosh, she's so cute! I want it! Pooh Bear gift shop because I will buy every single thing they have. I have no restraint when it comes to my little bear. And it's over. I was hoping for one last people mover.
You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. No matter how she fine. She's like, I don't know who's worse. I like to still see now. If I don't, I laugh at first.
Oh my gosh. Hey, so I just figured I'd recap on some things that I didn't get to cover in the park. It's currently 2 a.m. I didn't film, and this is also, I didn't film like getting from the airport to the hotel or getting to the park from the hotel and coming back, just because there's so much going on here and there's so many people and so many things going on. Even though it's like the dead season, there's just so many people and so many things. And not only is this a new park situation where they have a whole different like set of rules than other ones do kind of thing, and they have their own like systems that none of the other parks use, but I've also never been to Florida before. I'm in a bit of sensory overload, so I just don't want to take my camera out on those in-between shots just because I don't want to worry about it when I'm trying to think about when I have to get off of my bus and other stuff like that. Onto my sort of like second, third segue. Since it is like 2 a.m., I'm probably going to be up in like 4 hours. I'm probably not going to get any sleep, just because when I had all that free time today, I ended up going up to one of the help desks and talking with a lady and finding out that my ticket that I have that I got for a full day tomorrow is actually a park hopper ticket. So I'm going to try my hardest to use that to its full ability and try to go to all 4 parks. After I finish this, I'm gonna sit down and try and plan that out. But there's early bird at Animal Kingdom tomorrow, and I know that I want to meet Rapunzel tomorrow in the morning and take care of some fast passes at Magic Kingdom, and then maybe head up Epcot and Hollywood Studios and then come back to Magic Kingdom at the end of the night. And I know that sounds really, really crazy, but I know Magic Kingdom, I'm pretty sure, is open the latest, and I think it'd be a nice way to like end my theme park day, because if you didn't know, tomorrow's my last day in the parks. On Tuesday, I'm going to be here until like 8 o'clock. I think my flight leaves at like 8:30 or something. So I'm gonna be checking out like Disney Springs and maybe going to the airport a little bit early just to go check it out, because it is a huge airport. They had a lot of stuff going on. But I have to figure out what my game plan for tomorrow is. And a lot of that is also being hindered by the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm getting a bit of the Disney Rash, or golfer's rash, as I'm pretty sure is like actual term, but really only people that play golf all day long and people who are at Disney World get it, kind of thing. Basically, I don't know the full science behind it, but it's like a humidity and tight clothes and dehydration, which were all things I was experiencing tonight in my non-breathable leggings that I was wearing with my Halloween costume. So I have little red flecks along the bottom half of my calves, and it kind of looks like what Allie had in Justin Scar's video when they went to Disney World most recently. And I don't want to risk anything, so I went and got a huge bucket of ice, and I'm gonna ice my legs tonight and elevate them because I don't want to be put out of commission in the morning when I wake up. And I'm making sure the AC in here is very, very cool. And that's not only because my legs hurt, but because it's so warm outside. Like, it's been warm in Wisconsin lately. Like, it's not like we suddenly have crazy fall weather or it's snowing all of a sudden, but 95 degrees with like 100% humidity every second of the day is horrendous. And it didn't feel like it got cooler as the night went on, and I'm sure part of that was also the fact that I wasn't wearing very breathable material for so long. And like, sprinting back and forth and doing lots of things and exercising and like making myself sweat. Obviously this isn't a great example of a first time in Magic Kingdom because it's a Halloween party, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I know I've done some research, and some people who are regulars or, you know, people who live in Florida that are annual pass holders, they weren't as hyped about this party just because they're saying, you know, they are overhyping things. They're making a big deal out of the 25th anniversary of both Nightmare Before Christmas and Hocus Pocus. But for me, for a first timer, I really enjoyed myself, and I didn't think it was super crowded. I really didn't have to wait for anything. I think the only thing I had to wait for was Mine Train, and I thought I was gonna have to wait more than the like 20 minutes that I did, but pretty much everything else was a walk-on. One of my favorite things of the night was actually Space Mountain, which is not a surprise because usually when we go to Disneyland Park, I love Space Mountain. It's always been one of my favorite rides. It just excites me so much, and so I was really excited to try their Space Mountain. But obviously I have never been on their normal Space Mountain. I've only been on their Pitch Black Space Mountain that they did for Halloween, and I ended up doing it twice. I loved it so much. I think what made it exciting, because there were people that were like, oh, it's just the lights out, like it's the same ride, there's just no stars, like whatever. But like, I don't know if it was that added suspense of not being able to see anything or know what was going on in any sense of the word, and the fact that it was a ride I'd never been on before. Even the second time I rode it, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was really awesome. And I know a lot of the other people that I was with really enjoyed it too. So I'm really excited to go back and try regular Space Mountain tomorrow morning as well. I'm gonna pop on Tangled and watch that while I rest my weary legs, just so I can get myself a little more excited for tomorrow and all the things that I have planned. So I'll see you then.